Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Canada. I got my coffee. I'm out here doing a couple of emails. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, my name's Alanna and I'm a Canadian and I typically live in England. This, however, is beautiful, kind of loud southern Ontario. And if you're not new here, hey, how's it going? I hope you survived the latest heat waves. And if you're still in a heat wave, I'm so sorry. I don't want to rub it in. But we have aircon here, and honestly, it has been just wonderful. So the plan for today is to do a small grocery run. So we are going to Fortino's, which I love going to Fortino's. It's a little bit expensive, so doing a full shop there sometimes is not like the best idea. But I love going to see like the bits and pieces and some of the unusual stuff. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like an M&S, where the quality is typically really good, but you might not want to do a full shop there. But I am very interested. Of course, it's been a year since I've been to a Fortino's, and I'm so intrigued to see how the prices of things have changed. Because I feel like in England, food products and things, like it has been going up, but where it feels incremental and it's like, you don't necessarily notice it like trip by trip, but where I haven't been to a Fortino's in a year, I'm so interested to see how things have changed. I think it's undeniable that food costs are tough, whether you're in Canada or England or both. Money and budgeting is always at the forefront of my mind, but something that I'm really motivated in pursuing this year is investing. I find it really intimidating, not gonna lie, I find it intimidating, but I know it's important and it's something that I wanna focus on. So when today's sponsor, Lightyear, reached out and wanted to help, their timing couldn't have been better. I think we all know that investing matters, even though it can feel like completely overwhelming, and Lightyear gets that. They've just launched a really cool feature designed for people who want an easier way to take that first step called ready-made plans. Instead of picking individual stocks yourself, you choose one plan that's run by some of the biggest investment companies in the world, like BlackRock and Vanguard. You add a bit of money in regularly, and it keeps investing that in the background while you get on with your life. And the best part for someone like me is it takes this really intimidating, confusing, overwhelming process with literally thousands of options, and it distills it into 3 different risk-based plans. So you can pick the one that matches how much risk you're comfortable with. It's your choice though, since Lightyear doesn't offer any investment advice, and remember that past performance isn't a reliable guide to future returns. I found Lightyear's user experience extremely good, and from my knowledge, they have some of the lowest fees. Needless to say, they don't charge buy and sell fees on ready-made plans, though fund manager and FX fees may apply. If you've also thought of getting involved in investing and you want to give Lightyear a go, make sure to use my code NAPS. You'll get between 10 and 100 pounds in a fractional share in your general investment account. You can learn more through my link in the description, and make sure to read through the full terms and risk disclosures before investing. As with any investment, your capital is at risk. The value of your investment can go down as well as up, and you may get back less than what you originally invested. Past performances don't guarantee future results. And with that, I've got a little bit of my coffee left. Can I say that I'm excited? I'm excited to go to Fortino's. I think Fortino's is so fun. It's kind of like going to M&S, and you can look at all the weird stuff and the interesting stuff that you don't necessarily see in other supermarkets. Simple pleasures, am I right? Anyway, no more talking. I want to get there before it gets too hot. I think it's supposed to be like 35 today. And I want to get this done in the morning before everything melts in the car on the way home. No more talking. I think I've said everything that I want to say. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you like this video. And without further ado, let's go to Fortino's. Alright, so I don't actually have like a plan. I figure we'll just walk around, see what catches our eye. What is this? Little World Cupcakes. Alright, so we got the bakery. We've got the meat on the far side. We've got maple syrup for some reason. Okay. Is there anything in particular you guys want to see? I can't believe there's hardly anybody here. Okay, so this is like the specialty cheese. I figure we gotta start with the cheese. This is the specialty like deli counter, so you get all sorts of different like international cheeses, local cheeses, but this is like the fancy stuff, not necessarily stuff that you would buy like for every day. Well, we wouldn't buy it every day. You got your goat and your sheep, getting into the cheddar. My mouth is starting to water. Oh, what about this one? So this is an old cheddar. President's Choice, that is the Fortino's brand. Look what I found. Snowdonia cheese, that is wild. So that is 14 Canadian dollars. Typically for the conversion, I divide it by half and then add a little bit back. It's not quite right, but it's like, it's close enough. Oh my god, maple? Maple cheddar, what? I cannot believe we got Cathedral City here. Really small. I feel 200 grams for, what is that, $9? Tiny. But okay, it is here. Interesting. Lots of different varieties. Oh, we got squeaky cheese. So these are cheese curds. You would use them on poutine if you wanted like authentic poutine. Not my cup of tea, if I'm gonna be honest. They make like a squeaky sound on your teeth. What is Claudin cream? Oh my goodness. Okay, we have to get moving. Expensive. We got to get a move on. All right, how about some blueberries? You can get this pint blueberries. 7 buckaroonies. I've never said buckaroonies in my entire life. Let's have a look at the fruit. What have we got here? We got some pears. We got more pears and more pears. I'll tell you what, everything looks beautiful, like shiny, except the watermelon. Humble opinion, I think watermelon is disgusting. It's a no for me. Look at these. My god. Beautiful. I will say, this Fortino's in particular has loads of different variety. Like, I mean, here, look, even just the apples. Look at all these different types of apples. I don't get this at my local Tesco. And they're shiny as hell. Some of these varieties I've never even heard of. Like, what are you? I don't know. Just, honestly, I'm getting hungry. Except the Granny Smith there. I don't like you. So we've also got the actual... Did I call the cheese the deli? I mean, this is the deli. All sorts of different types of meats and sausages and all sorts, really. It just goes on forever. And again, it just depends on which supermarket you go to. My Tesco doesn't have this. Maybe your supermarket has a small one, maybe a bigger one. This one is huge. It just goes on forever. Whatever you like. Same with the fish. My local Tesco doesn't have like a fish counter. This one has quite a lengthy one. I think British people might be more likely to go to an actual fishmonger. I can't say that word. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's super common here in Canada just because you gotta travel like far distances to get anywhere. So if you can do all of your shop at one place, the better. Okay, this is another thing I want to show you guys, painkillers. So up here we have Tylenol, bright red, and we also have knockoff versions kind of interspersed, but this is 500 tabs, 500 milligrams. And it's just on the shelf for your perusal. Just the size here is really quite shocking when you're used to what the UK is like, right? You can only buy like 2 products and you get like 16 tabs or something max. All of these are quite big and they are just on the shelf for you to pick as and when you like. You also get Advil. Advil's your ibuprofen. And then again, interspersed is the knockoff brand. They even try to like copy the color and stuff, so you think it's Advil. There's no difference. It's literally just the brand name. Same here. You got the blue, and you got the blue, and look at the price difference. It's the same thing. I also want to show you guys the eggs. So the eggs are all in the refrigerated section because they legally have to be. The way they're cleaned, they have to be refrigerated afterwards. Can't believe how empty it is here today. You also get your orange juice. In North America, it's usually like with pulp or without pulp, or maybe like with pulp or smooth. You don't get juicy bits here. And I wanted to show you guys the milk. So in Ontario, we largely get our milk in bags. So those things there, those are all milk bags. But that is not all of Canada. It's definitely an Ontario thing, and a couple of other provinces do it that way. We also do our milk in percentages. So you can see 0%, 1%, 2%, 3.25%, rather than like the name, like skimmed or whole milk or whatever. It's done through the percentages. If you watched my last video, I actually talked quite lengthy about milk. So if you watched that, thank you very much. If you didn't watch that, well, that sucks. Goldfish, one of my all-time favorite snacks as a kid. They're literally just baked cheese crackers, but they're so good. These were my favorite, just the classic cheddar. I've not been able to find a replacement in Canada or in England. There are some that kind of look like that, but they don't taste nearly as good. I also wanted to show you guys the chips. Another thing I haven't been able to find a replacement for, Tostitos. Genuinely the best tortilla chip I have ever had. And I cannot find anything even close in England. Another thing I always miss are all dressed chips. That is a uniquely Canadian flavor. It's kind of like a whole bunch of flavors in one. Genuinely divine. Sometimes products in England say they're all dressed. It doesn't taste the same. It's not even close. And another all-time favorite for me are Miss Vickie's. They're like really hard kettle chips. These ones in particular, they're all dressed, are just so good. I always bring a bag or two home with me in my suitcase. Don't tell anybody. They're usually obliterated by the time I get home, but it's the thought that counts. So aside from President's Choice, Fortino's also has this brand, the bright yellow and black, called No Name. It's like their budget, like essentials brand. It's actually quite famous. It's so like iconic and recognizable. That bright neon yellow. Like these biscuits down here, these are No Name. You can spot them like a mile away. There's no like fancy packaging. I think it's wonderful. We got some biscuits, some cookies, some Pringles. What else? Oh, how about popcorn? So in North America, popcorn tends to be buttery. It's like, how buttery do you want it? Whereas in the UK, I feel like you have, well, do you want salty or do you want sweet or do you want mixed? So most of these are like butter related. There is one that's pretty new, sweet and salty, but typically it's gonna be butter. Another difference I'd like to show you guys, some pop, some soda. We got A&W root beer, absolutely delicious. I only really drink it when I get A&W is like fast food, like Burger King. It's divine with a cheeseburger. You also get Canada Dry, loads of like different Canada Dry flavors now, which they never used to have. Canada Dry was like what I would drink when I was sick. And this is uniquely Canadian and truly disgusting Clamato. So like to make Caesars, it's like a clam, tomato, spicy cocktail. Disgusting. But very Canadian, so yay, I guess. Look who I found. A case of Iron Brew, $6.79, on sale for a little case. It's like, this is, I would say like the specialty drinks, like the weird stuff, but you can get it. Incredible. So here is like the everyday cheese section. So you get your like pre-grated, you get your cheese blocks, different types, different brands. Oh, you know what? Marble. Oh my god, almost $9. Marble is super popular in Canada. It's a mix between white cheddar and orange cheddar. I don't think I've ever seen that in England, actually. But this is like your non-specialty cheese. You also got this President's Choice. That's the Fortino's brand, $7. Honestly, it's not great. I don't know why cheese in Canada is not even close. It tastes more plasticky to me. Oh my god, you can get the marbled cheese, like, sticks that you peel. Look at the size of this. Oh, there's your No Name, right? The knockoff brand. Absolutely massive. How much is that? $16. Okay, so pretty small haul. We didn't need loads of stuff. Just a couple of bits and pieces. And let me tell you, $200. Oh my god, kill me now. Anyway, let's get home. All right, everyone, welcome back. So, not a huge haul. We don't need loads of stuff. We just need like a couple more dinners and lunches and things. But I want to show you what we got. Couple of things. Reusable bags. Most stores, like grocery stores in Canada, will not give you plastic bags anymore. You can't buy them. You cannot get them. So everybody's using reusable bags. So even though we went to Fortino's, these green ones are from Dollarama, so like our dollar store. Big blue one is Walmart. You kind of like pick and collect them over a course of a shop and then just hope that you remember to bring them. The other thing that I mentioned earlier is the exchange. So when I typically look at stuff, I basically subtract, like I divide it in half. To get like the British equivalent. It's not quite there, but it's like, it's close enough. Now, what did we get? That is a good question. We got a lot of pizza related items. One of my all-time favorites. We got some nice looking pepperonis. We got some mozzarella in a very unusual package. You got 3 balls and they're all attached. Love it. Hot tip alert, when we do our pizzas, you get your sauce, your mozzarella, your toppings. Then we sprinkle Parmesan on top like really finely, and it's genuinely divine. So this is Reggiano Parmigiano, really fine, really fine. This is $8.40 for a pack of that. Wow, we actually bought a lot of pizza stuff. How about more pepperoni? And hold that thought, more pepperoni? Ooh, we got some sausages. I love, so rewind. Back home in England, we don't have a back garden, we don't have a barbecue, so no barbecue access. Here we have a barbecue and I try to use it as much as humanly possible. Hot dogs or sausages on the barbecue, just wonderful. And it feels so summer. So we got these street cart sausages, all pork, naturally smoked, spicy Italian. Never had them, but I am intrigued. And again, we've got the English and French packaging requirements. So on the front, but also on the back. The other day I really wanted, this is tangent time. I really wanted a face wash that had a particular main ingredient in it. And I was having to like, there's a big wall of like face washes and I'm like pulling one out and I'm looking at the back and there's 2 paragraphs of like the ingredients. So then you gotta figure out, okay, which one's the English one? And then scroll through and be like, okay, it doesn't have the ingredient that I'm looking for. Then go to the next one, flip it, find the English one, then go through. It took me so long. So a lot of British people ask me, like, does the labeling throw you at all? In those situations, yes. Typically though, the English is gonna be the prominent because more people speak English than they speak French. Like I don't know anyone who only speaks French. Or something like this, cereal, multigrain Cheerios. This is all English, right? It's English. On the back, you would expect the nutritional, why does that not sound right? The nutritional information, the ingredients, but on the back is the French side. And interestingly, multigrain Cheerios, same. So instead you have the nutritional stuff on the side. So that's the French and that's the English. So you find that with not everything, like obviously the sausage, we've got English and French on the front, English and French details on the back, but the cereal and like other things that are in large enough boxes, they'll have it like on either side. So the same with this one, a different type of cereal, English, French, and then you've got the nutritional stuff on the side. So I guess coming from a country, you know, it's all gonna be in English. It does take some getting used to, but it's not as annoying as it kind of sounds. Only a little bit annoying, but not totally annoying. What else did we get? Oh, you know what? I had a real hankering. Peach lemonade. First off, wow, why are all my words not coming out? First off, lemonade, 100% summer. I love it. It's like having stuff on the barbecue, totally summer vibes. Also peach. We don't have enough stuff that's peach. And like the cereals, English, French, with the nutritional stuff and the ingredients on the side. I think too, with time, just like when I moved to England, I didn't know any of the brands. I didn't know any of the supermarkets. So I didn't know what a Waitrose was versus an Aldi or a Sainsbury's. Like I didn't know anything. And that stuff does come with time. You start to realize like, okay, expensive supermarket, discount supermarket, Don't like that one. Do like that one. Never do a full shop there, but go there for like the little special snacks. Canada's gonna be the same way. It just takes time in figuring out not only the supermarkets, but also the brands. I did also get antihistamines. I ran out. I personally like the citrazine hydrochloride antihistamines. So I'm having to read all the front boxes like at the little pharmacy. But this is a pack of 30. How much did I pay for this? 30 antihistamine tabs was $5.19. So divide that in half-ish for pounds. Life brand is a, I would consider a budget brand. It's not your like Advil or your Tylenol, those types of ones, but it's like kind of like a knockoff, I guess. By comparison, there was a Reactin, which also has the citrazine hydrochloride, just that active ingredient, nothing else. I want to say for 30, it was $15, where this was $5. And the only difference was the brand. You gotta love it. Another thing I love about Fortinos is they always sell the giant basil. This is, if you can believe it, one of the smaller ones. A lot of supermarkets sell this. This we got from Walmart, so like your Asda. This is the only basil you can really get. Aside from like dried basil, I think this is the only fresh stuff. Fortinos, you can get this. And again, summertime, basil on everything, especially when we do our pizzas. But they do even bigger plants that you actually buy outside that are probably like the size of 3 of these together, but that felt like maybe just a bit too much. So this organic basil plant, $7, which I think is pretty reasonable. They last a long time. They smell absolutely incredible, and we're gonna use it like for multiple stuff. So I'm happy with that. We didn't need to get much in the way of meat this trip, which is unusual. One of my friends just gave us a bunch of beef. So we've got steaks and ground beef downstairs in the freezer. So that's good to go. Didn't need to buy any of that this time. One thing as well, Fortinos, sushi. Most Fortinos have like fresh cooked lunch kind of stuff. So there's like a soup and sandwich place, there was like a chicken place, there was a sushi place, and you can go there in the middle of the day, like in between classes at university or at work, and you can get like a fresh lunch, which I find not many supermarkets do, but Fortinos typically, not all of them, but typically. So whenever we go, I like to have a little look at the sushi because it is rare to get it at other supermarkets. So this one is a combo, a crunchy California roll and then a salmon and avocado roll. This was $11, so half that-ish. Freshly made, they're delicious. I want to eat them right now. Is it gross to have it with a bit of peach lemonade? Maybe. We also got a couple of cans, so I love a Coke Zero and I love a Dr. Pepper Zero. So Dr. Pepper Zero was $8.49 and the Coke Zero was also $8.49, and both of those, how many cans? Those are 12 cans a piece. So what did I just say, $8.50 divided by half-ish for 12 cans. And again, having a cold Coke Zero, sat outside in the sun, and then a nice hot dog on the barbecue, I literally cannot wait. I guess I need to put this away. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was fun. This has been a Fortinos exploration adventure. Thanks for following along. Is it too early for sushi? Maybe. Thanks again for Lightyear for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out in the video description if you'd like to watch something else. How about my earlier video here in Canada? You can watch here. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye! I am hungry.